What's up, my people?
Hey.
What up?
Oh, we got a good one today.
Hey.
Hey, hey. All right, Jared, we have a special one today, man. How,
Yes,
how do we
sir.
how do we introduce her is the question.
Man, I gotta let you do that one.
Okay, well,
I gotta
shoot.
let you do
It's
that one.
easy for me because usually she's like in spot 17 or sometimes she's in spot 1.
Yep.
But
Yep.
look, guys, today, man, we have a unique opportunity to sit with a friend, and we give everybody a nickname. We call her people. Her name's Pauletta, and she's one of those people that, as a coach, I have the luxury to train you sometimes. That is a
Thank
luxury.
you. Thank you.
And as a business owner, for your response and feedback, it means the world to me.
Thank you.
So every time you share something to me and the brand, I want you to know it's heard, and I really appreciate it. So today I want to
Thank
introduce you
you.
guys to my friend Pauletta. That's why y'all clap and comment down below.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome,
Thank
welcome.
you.
Talk to us, people. What was the first Mean Green Show podcast you heard, or the one that you remember first?
Um, it was is your scale broken? That's the one that sticks out the most.
Is your scale broken?
And that there's a couple I've listened to a couple of times just on repeat, talking about, muscles growing and rest and
Mhm.
sleep, because that's something that I really need to work on.
Yeah.
I don't get enough sleep, working all the time, working out all the time, just work-life balance.
Yeah,
That's something that I always try to listen to reinforce, like, okay, I need to
Absolutely.
practice good sleeping habits.
absolutely.
Yes.
All right, that aligns with everything that we want to talk about today.
I think you're gonna like
All right.
today, then,
Yeah.
P.
Yes.
Today's our first
Perfect.
episode of this series.
Oh, okay.
Jay, you want to introduce the episode or the series?
I'll introduce the episode.
All right, go for it.
You gotta
Oh,
introduce
I got to do the series.
Go ahead. Go
So,
ahead.
all right, with the series that we wanted to introduce to you guys, we know that there are things that happen that are trendy. We
True.
know there are things that take place where, honestly, it's hard to sometimes stay in your lane and you see other people's highlight.
Yes.
And today we really wanted to talk about the truth.
Yes.
All right. And when we talk about the truth, we want to talk about the truth in fitness. Now,
Mhm.
we're going to label this as it's more of a shocking word,
Shocking truths
right?
to
And the
fitness.
word we want to put in is go for it. The
Shocking truths about fitness.
the shocking
Okay.
truth about fitness.
I like it.
The shocking,
The shocking
truth
truth.
about fitness. We're about to give it to y'all, but today's
Yeah.
episode is specifically for Pete, and that episode is titled, you got it. You
We
got
talked
it.
about this right before. I don't know if we changed it or not, but
No, we didn't change it.
we didn't change it.
Uh-uh.
Cool. Today's episode title is instant gratification.
So when you hear that, what does that mean to you?
Instant gratification. Wow. You want the easy way out. You want the shortcut.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Yeah. I
Dang.
mean, that's the thing about social media. It's good and it's bad. It's
Mhm.
good because you get to learn different tips, tricks on, it could be fitness,
Yeah.
cooking, whatever. But the bad thing is you see like you said, the highlight reels, the good part. You don't see the bad part. Like
Yeah.
I know you're on your little fitness journey trying to get better, and you're now showing like all the positive stuff and all the good stuff. And a lot of people just show mainly positive and not the negative. You don't see what they did to get to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They say, "Oh, you look great," or "You have all this muscle," but you don't know all the work I did behind the
Absolutely.
scenes
Dang.
to get there.
This is this is
Absolutely.
what we wanted.
Yeah.
And we didn't plan. Okay. So she's not on payroll for this, guys. So, okay, I would love, and the reason why I say that it measures to different things, right? We'll use fitness as a tool today, but business, relationships, one of the things people, they'll see me out and about with Tina and be like, man, it just seemed like overnight y'all work. And I'm like, y'all don't know the battles we've been through
Right,
or
right,
business.
right.
Man, it seemed like everything y'all done in Mean Green has been great. I'm like, man, y'all don't see. We're trying to launch this software right now. It's
Right,
hard, right?
right.
So it's good to relate to everybody, and I'm hoping, I'm praying, guys, as we discuss this, we're using ourselves as just vessels.
Right.
And P, what's one of the things for you specifically? Let's start with fitness.
Okay.
What's one thing you realized in fitness where you was like, oh, this is not gonna be overnight?
Whew. Coming here for starters.
Yeah.
It's different. I'm used to the box gym. I've never done group classes before. And so when I first came here, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little intimidated by
Yeah.
all the equipment.
Yeah.
But the trainers and everybody has been really helpful in teaching you proper technique, proper form. And I've been here for about a year. I've grown so much mentally, physically, and even humbled me a little bit, being that I'm in the medical background. I'm a physical therapist, and I thought I kind of knew it all. But coming here, I was like, oh, maybe I don't know it all.
Yeah.
But it's definitely been an experience.
Yeah. You from day one, I remember being able to train you, and it was like I could see your brain just like
Yes.
operating
Yes.
and
Yes.
figuring it out. But one thing I think that if we walk back to you walk into the doors, you're one of many. When I say one of many, we have a lot of females in training.
Right. Right.
You
Right.
hear combo punches, dumbbells, and
Yes.
kettlebells. You hear
Yes.
the term mean green.
Yes.
That can be really intimidating.
Yes.
And I'm hoping, Jared, that this is that time where we connect with that person that maybe watching from afar, or maybe they just joined the gym or boot camp, and they're in the position that you're in now. Why did you stick with it?
Wow. Customer service. You guys are very, very kind. You speak to all your clients. Sorry, nervous point.
No, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect.
The trainers are just really hands on and really make sure, okay, do you know what you're doing? Is this weight too heavy? Correcting your form. The community, for sure. The diversity, the great music, the different styles, it challenges you.
Yeah.
That's what I like the most. If I'm not challenged, then why am I here? And it's not the same routine all the time. Each week it's a different program. Say, okay, we work on this upper body, lower body. So it's a good change overall.
And that's going to connect with you, Jared, because when you hear that, she didn't say nothing about it before and after picture. She didn't say, I joined because I'm trying to get on the scale by tomorrow and it's a certain pound.
Yep.
You as a coach, you as a programmer, what does that mean to you to see the mindset of someone saying, hey, I don't want to just limit myself in fitness for 90 days? Because, again, we want to talk about the real truth,
Yeah.
right? What does that mean? Because we do get people that say, hey, I got to look like this, and when I'm there, I'm done with fitness. What's that mean to you?
I mean, everything you just said is pretty amazing because when we sit down and we think of how we can improve Mean Green, it's everything that you just said, right?
Yeah.
It's the program and it's the culture. It's
Communication.
communication. Like that's literally everything we work on a daily. So to hear that, oh, that's why I'm here. Like, that's pretty incredible to hear. So for me, it feels good. It feels good to know that the programming encourages people to stay,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
To know that, you know, obviously going through different programs, different movements, those kind of
Yes.
things kind of adds that variety to people's lives that they want, right? So, yeah, I would say that's kind of how I feel about it.
I love it.
Another thing I want to say, y'all give back. I've never been to a gym that does a lot of
Oh, wow.
community service.
Absolutely.
That's very, very important to
Absolutely.
me. So.
Absolutely. And we're looking forward to the next one. We're about to drop it on y'all in the next
Yes.
couple months. But, you know, it's one of those things that I just truthfully feel like life's not built upon how much you can get. It's honestly the opposite side. How much can you give? And I notice the more that I personally give, the more I feel fulfilled and better about life.
Right. Right.
But so thank you for saying that.
Absolutely.
She gonna have brothers up here crying. We already cried once or twice on the podcast.
Man.
So Pete and everybody else, we do have a boxing class going on. So if y'all hear some pounding in the back, my boy James
Love
getting it in.
music.
But instant gratification for me, sometimes I've had challenges with it because I do, Jared, I do sometimes look at what other people do and compare.
Right.
And I want everybody to know, like, you're okay if you had those thoughts, but winners win.
Correct.
Right? So today, I want to ask you questions, but I want you to also, we're going to give, you know how we get down, we're going to give you that bottom that is going to come from you. But because aesthetically, you look amazing.
Thank you.
You know,
Thank you.
you're strong in and out. You're beautiful
Thank
in
you.
and out. I know that didn't happen overnight.
No.
Right? So what if there was a moment, what was that moment where you was like, I'm not going to do this for 60 days or 30 days or for my birthday. I'm going to do this for the rest of my life.
Again, working in the medical field, I see what happens when you don't take care of yourself. So to me, fitness is health. If you want longevity, it's all about being healthy, taking care of your body, starting now, not when you're 50, 60, because by then not that it's too late, but it's a lot harder to try to get into that mode. So to me, knowing what will happen if I don't take care of myself motivates me to start now, so that way I can have a longer life and healthier life in general.
I like that because I'm sure you have moments where you're like, I'm going to a trip, I'm going to a wedding, but the
Correct.
overall is
Correct.
like, no, I've seen what happened.
Right, because a lot of people will go on these quick workout plans for 30 days, look great for the trip or for their birthday, and then they gain the weight all back. So it's kind of like, but did you learn anything out of that process?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a learning experiment to hopefully you continue after
Yeah.
the trip, the birthday, not just for the 90 days and that's it.
Yeah.
That's dope. You know, it's cool, Jared, because we have our gym crushes, and I'm sure she's a gym crush for somebody. Somebody's coming in, they're like, I want to run with her, or I want to lift the amount she's lifting. I want to do the high rocks or the beast mode like her. And we're giving what she does.
Yeah.
This is not just a
Right.
quick fix. This is
Correct.
like, hey, I want to do this. And I think your why is intriguing to me. I feel like if I can go back, it had to be before her passing, but just maybe a decade before that. I wonder if my mom's journey could have been different if we'd have been more healthy. So, like, when it comes to women especially, like, I'm on grind mode because,
Correct.
you know, those habits, maybe if they were transitioned, lifespans are longer or
Correct.
healthier and stronger. Jared, my question for you, you're younger than me. I don't know if you're younger than her, but you're younger than me. Is that a role right now for you? I'm just curious because some people are in their 20s, and I wonder if that's a thing where maturity teaches you, hey, I need to do this longevity, or right now at your age, are you still like, no, I'm doing this for the long run as well?
Are you saying me specifically?
Yeah.
Me specifically, I think I've said it before. I want to walk by the time I'm 40. Like my doctor already told me, listen, you stop working out, arthritis is going to start kicking your butt. So for me,
I didn't know
obviously,
that.
with my knee,
Yeah.
I squat because I have to, really. Not because I want to. That's the truth, but I have to.
Yeah.
So for me, like, fitness is longevity. If I want to have kids and run with kids by the time I'm 45, I have to continue to work out. Otherwise, I don't know.
That's real stuff.
You're a PT. I've already been
Yes.
told you're going to
Yes.
have a knee replacement. Let's prolong it. So
wow. Okay.
that's where I'm at in life. So for me, like, trust me, everything that y'all see me doing is because I want to be able to do what you're doing at 40, 50, 60.
Yeah.
But for me, it starts now. So that's why I do it.
I actually kind of got lost in my thoughts because, okay, that's when I just forget the cameras are here. So, question for both of y'all,
Okay.
right? It's a battle behind the scenes, P, to be honest, when we talk programming and experience.
Correct.
Because I'm going to just say it, Jared. He might call me out after the podcast. We can attract way more people with more styles of marketing. Different styles is showing more before and after pictures.
Correct.
Different styles is getting the scale and showing, honestly, a vlog of seeing the scale go down or the measurements. Now, don't get it twisted. We still want people to look a certain
Oh, yeah,
way
of
and feel a
course.
certain way.
Of course.
But my twist in this last, I would say, 5 years has been more of a wellness, more of a well-rounded
Yes.
journey. So my
Yes.
question for both of y'all, I'll start with P first, Jay. How does that sound, P, for you when fitness doesn't offer just a before and after picture? They want to offer mentality, they want to offer longevity of your train of thought, want to offer recovery, want to offer mobility. What's breathing? What is that like for you? I know you in the medical world as well, but I'm curious what you think and see.
To me, that's a better package because it's taking care of the whole body itself, not just the fitness aspect, but the mental mindset too. Because, like you said, sometimes after a long day of work, we come in here, we're just drained. But once we start our workout, we're in a happy mindset, we're in a whole nother zone. Mobility is also important because injury prevention. So it's not just about the quick weight loss, but what are some other tricks to maintain this
Yeah.
weight loss and keep it long term?
Yeah.
So
I love it. Jared, same thing for the most part. How do you feel behind the scenes when you make the workouts? So think of the workouts that we made this week. Sometimes people do want to have that, oh, I want to puke after a workout, but we know the importance of recovery. We know the importance of overtraining. What does that mean to you?
To me, I mean, one, if somebody wants that, you give it to them, right? But at the same time, it has to be programmed out properly.
Yeah.
So for us, like it's so vital and important for y'all to understand, okay, you might get 1 to 2 of those workouts per week. For us, it's Wednesday, Saturday, right? But the other days, you cannot, physically, your body cannot take a Tuesday heavy, mind blasting, bodies breaking down, and then Wednesday we do the same thing. Like the bodies aren't meant to do that.
No.
So, and I, with football and stuff, I kind of bring that into light. Like during the season, I think we have one padded contact day of practice a week during the season. Just one day, because we know Saturday is all out effort.
Down.
And that's essentially what we do here in the gym. We have Wednesday, we have Saturday. Those are 2 days. That's it. That we are going as hard as we can. I call it balls to the wall, working out.
Yes.
And that's essentially all it should be. You shouldn't you shouldn't be pushing your body to 100% every single workout. If you're doing that, you're going to break down without question. Like me, I'm going to have a knee replacement. You're going to break down. There's no question about it. So for programmer-wise, that's why it's so important to me that, one, that's understood.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay. It's okay to want those workouts at that intensity, but understand we're building up to that day.
Right.
And then afterwards, we're building back up to the next day. And then you got a recovery time period before we get to the next one.
That's
so
it. I wonder, for those that are online, comment down below. That'll be cool. How many of you that watch football thought they practiced that hard? The way they practice the way they play in the game, did you think they practice like that every day? You just said y'all hit the pads once a week.
Yeah, once.
Right? 7 days in a week. They play one day. So the other 5 days, they're not doing that. I wonder how many of you thought that. P, with continuing education, how long were you in school after high school?
Ooh, a long time.
A long time.
Yes.
Out of curiosity, did you take a test every day?
No.
Same thing, right?
Of course.
Like, you have to give your body and your brain
A break.
preparation to grow. And the way that we grow in fitness, right, is muscles are fed by oxygen, which gives it opportunity to grow, right? If you don't breathe, it can't grow. If you don't feel it can't grow.
Right.
So if you think of the same thing with overtraining, beating that, let's say the shoulder muscle up. If we're doing heavy presses on Monday, and then on Tuesday we're going into laterals, and then on Wednesday, I mean, every day you're just beating it up.
Right.
Injury's going to take place
Yep.
at the end of the day, and no muscle growth with the hypertrophy training that you're not producing. So, sorry guys, I just get excited about that.
I want to focus on that because I want to tie it all into our topic.
Let's do it.
Which is instant gratification, right?
Let's do it.
I feel like people want that because you get instant gratification, right? When you walk out of the gym, I'm sweating, I'm sore, I'm hurting. Oh, I just worked my butt off. I know I lost 3 pounds.
Yes.
Like, that's the instant gratification that you get from feeling like, I need to go in the gym and whoop my butt every single time I go in there. So that's why I love this episode, because at the end of the day, is instant gratification a good thing?
But you know what? I think it is, and it's not. Honestly, but at the same time, you got to look at what you're talking about, right? Instant gratification. If I propose to Tina and she says yes, that's right. But at that moment, if she waited 3 months, I'm like, hold on, it's a problem, right? So at that moment, instant gratification for me is great, right? But with fitness, if the truth about fitness, guys, if you really want to know the truth, when you eat the right food, drink more fluid that's proper for your body, it's not going to say, P, you did it.
Right.
You added 0.1 of muscle today. It's not going to do that. But the consistency of doing that gives you the reward.
You'll get the results.
So after hearing the truth, guys, and I'm going to word this to P, but I will love you guys' feedback down below. Are you okay with working 6 months or 9 months to get where you want to be? Or is it like, nah, if it's not instant gratification, I don't want it? When it comes to fitness.
Right. The younger me would have said, I want results today. And if I can't get it, why am I doing it? It's a waste of my time. The older me, through life experiences, says, okay, slow is better because I'll maintain it longer, right? And I'll learn some lessons on how I can keep it that way. Because you can lose the weight in 10 pounds, in 2 weeks, and then gain that weight right back.
Word.
And then you have to repeat the process over and over, and then it just becomes a cycle, and then what's the point, right? So I'd rather take the long route and get excellent results and maintain it long term than I drop 10 pounds in 2 days, and then I gain it back, and then I have to repeat the cycle over and over. Yeah.
JG, How many times have you seen someone, quick answer, how many times have you seen someone do the 30-day or 60-day and come back or put it back on,
Time and time again.
right? If a dentist tried to prevent you from catching cavities because they seen it countless amount of times, would you listen?
Yeah.
Right? So in fitness, if Jared or someone that's been certified and they've seen this countless amount of times, this is where we got to break that myth of fitness. Like that instant gratification, it's cool if you want to like on your Facebook or Instagram,
Right.
but boo, bro, it just doesn't happen that fast.
Right.
But I will say this: instant gratification mentally does happen for me. And what I mean by that, when I work out, especially a day I didn't think I was going to work out or I didn't feel like working out, but I get to the gym and they encourage me to do it, I do get instant gratification then mentally.
Yes.
It's like today didn't win. My circumstance didn't win today. I won. That's
Right.
instant gratification.
Right.
And then I start noticing my mentality. If I didn't procrastinate here, I didn't procrastinate as a father or as someone that's leading in a company.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
those instant gratifications, you do win in fitness. It's just the visual part.
visual part.
Like, and I know that's
It's the
hard.
tough part. It's tough.
It's hard.
I will say though, I think that comes step by step.
Mm-hmm.
I think what we're talking about long term, there's no instant gratification. When it comes long term, if you set out a goal, this is where I want to be. There's no instant gratification there, but this is where I want to be. Today I made it to the gym. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Today I lost a pound. Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
Small wins.
there's small steps that can give you that gratification, but when it comes long term, there's not going to be a from here to there.
Yeah.
You have to experience everything in between. So
That's
I
interesting.
think that's why
That's
that's important.
Yeah.
'Cause
Life is a journey.
It is. When I'm 99, right? When I'm 99 on the 364th day, and it's my time. I ran my race,
Right.
and I'm going through that easy, smooth transition. The fulfillment that I will have seeing generations after me execute at a high standard because of some of the actions that I've taken. Like, man, can you imagine how great you will feel at that moment? But I don't want that moment right now at 38.
Right.
Like, let me build up into that. And I think that's the thing that hopefully we're all learning and kind of putting that portion of our brain to give it perspective. Like, do you want your final moment right now? No. Right? We want to build it,
You wanna
right?
build it,
So,
yeah.
boo, if you're trying to lose 100, like, celebrate that first 3 pounds. Don't feel like you're a failure because you're 97 pounds away. Own that 3 pounds,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Small wins.
Yeah, I like this. I want to say one more thing because I feel like we're taking her time for her to kind of get at us. You said a key term, maturity, right? Maturity doesn't come from age. Sometimes it just comes from experience.
Correct.
What would you tell the younger, let's not put it just on P, but what would you tell a younger woman when they're entering the fitness journey for whatever reason? What would you tell them?
What would I tell them? Good question. I would probably ask, A, what is your goal? And are you okay with the journey process? Are you quick to quitting if you don't see results instantly? Because everything's a journey. It could be work, life, fitness.
Yeah.
I would just say, in general, patience, longevity. That's the key to getting the wins that you're looking for. So,
Wow. You know, I said wow
wow.
because it sounded like you were counseling someone that was married, right? Because it's the same. I mean, think of anything that you want. It is a journey. What did you say? You said fitness, but let's say marriage is a journey.
Right.
And it doesn't come easy.
It does not.
Everything you just said, it connected with so many things that we all strive for. But for some reason, when it comes to fitness, we understand it's a journey in marriage. We understand it's a journey in our career. But when we come to fitness, we don't treat ourselves fairly.
Correct.
We put ourselves in this little box. We beat ourselves up. And I'm just hoping that you guys, especially anybody, not just ladies, if you heard P, like, it's a journey. The same thing you guys know about your journey and everything that you're conquering, have that same perspective in life when it comes to you. Just stop beating yourself up because you didn't get the instant gratification.
Another thing I would say is stay in your lane. Don't worry about what others are doing because you don't know how long it took them to get to that
Yeah.
experience or that level, what they did behind the scenes or in front of the scenes. So just stay in your lane, just focus on you because eventually you'll reach the goal if you're consistent and keep working at it.
Mm.
I do want to ask you a question that I think is relevant. I've had experiences with people off show outside of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask you, P,
Okay.
who do you do this for?
Who do I do this for? Ooh.
Go there. Let's go there. Let's go there.
I do this for me because I know I'm trying to live till I'm 100, if God willing, you know. And if I have kids later on, I want to make sure I can see them until they're as old as 50, 60, or whatever. So I do this for me.
Yeah.
I also like to empower others, educate about fitness and health and wellness. No quick fixes, but honestly, I do it for me because I have a huge passion for fitness and just taking care of yourself.
I wonder who could be honest on the comment section. who has done fitness for somebody else besides them? You know, I have. I've worked out, not for me. I worked out several times, guys, or seasons, because I wanted to have a certain image. I looked, and when I say image, it was a perspective that the community looked at me as.
Right.
Right. And
Right.
I would beat my body. I at one point, I think I was like 28. I wanted to, I think it was deadlift 450, bench press 315, and I think run under the 6-minute mile. Those three combinations as you get older is tough.
It is.
But I wasn't doing it for the way Chris should feel. I was doing it because I wanted people to be like, I train with him. And I think it put me in a position to have some challenges. And ultimately, that wasn't the right route for me. So I'm hoping you guys know, like, if you are doing it for the wrong reasons, you can continue down that rabbit hole if you want to.
Right.
But it might not be the outcome that you want. But at the end of the day, we have to work out for us.
And my thing is, if when you do it for others, how long will that last? How long can you maintain it? Because it usually doesn't last very long.
Right.
And then you go back to your old habits. So you got to do it for yourself.
It's hitting adversity that matters most when you're in what you're grounded in, and that's kind of something that I've been digging in myself. So, talking to people, I know some people don't work out for them. Some people work out for themselves. I've heard, I don't care about this muscle. I don't care about this whatever. I just want that scale to say what it says. And I said, why? Because I just wanted to say that. But why? Because I feel like that's what I look best at. But why?
Yeah.
And like they could never actually give me an answer because they're not working out for them. They're working out for an image that they think people want to see them at. And that's why I asked you. But also for myself, my answer would be the same. But, you know, listening to some things, there are days where, honestly, I feel like even working out for me isn't enough. Because some days I wake up and I'm tired. And I'm like, I don't really want to work out.
Facts.
So my challenge to you guys, I forgot who it was. I can't remember if it was Inky Johnson. I think it was Inky.
What you got? I probably know. If it's Inky, I probably know.
I'm pretty sure it's Inky. It said when you only do it for yourself, sometimes you hit some pieces of adversity that are bigger than you.
It's Inky.
Right.
And you have to find something bigger than you that motivates you to keep going.
To keep going.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So for me,
I agree.
like, again, I might wake up tired, but I kind of think futuristic for myself. Like, okay, you can sit down and not work out. You're going to be lazy.
Right.
Your kid's going to be – you're not going to be able to do stuff with your kid. Like, there's things that I have to think about to encourage myself to continue going. So, like you said, you did bring kids into the you know, you're like, I want to live a longevity is the purpose. Kids,
Right.
like you think about that kind of stuff. And for me, like, that's where my head goes. When it becomes I'm tired, I have to think of something that's bigger than me, a bigger purpose, a bigger image. You know, not disappointing you guys, right? Like, obviously, you see me. I should be that trainer where people are looking like, oh, dang.
You work out.
Because for you guys, it's like, oh, yeah, that's my trainer.
Right.
And you should have that. I'm not saying you shouldn't. You should have that, oh, yeah, that's my trainer.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we're leading, and we lead by example. So
Absolutely.
for myself, I have to bring that into my head as well. What kind of leader are you if you can't even work out right now?
Absolutely.
So that kind of stuff is
Well said.
important.
I'm curious for what you guys' reaction is, right? That's listening, watching. Why would you not work for something bigger? You know what I mean? I think that's the root of what the foundation needs to be. Because at the end of the day, okay, airplane, you always hear, put the mask on you before you help someone
Right,
else.
right,
But
right.
I agree. You do put the mask on to help someone else. But wouldn't you want to help someone else?
True.
Right? So if I'm in the airplane with my boys, now I don't even want to use that example, or my boys. If working out, let's stay with that. I work out in the garage doing a daily sweat to record, and they're outside in the garage
Right,
watching me,
right,
right?
right.
So part of that is being home with my kids, but part of that is them seeing daddy work out. What would I look like as a parent if I gave the world everything to be empowered to work out, but I didn't give that to my kids? Right? That's the question that I'm asking all of us. Why would you not want something bigger? Right? Because
Right.
the bigger is the thing that gets you from point A to Z.
Yeah.
Now, you doing it for you did it for me.
Right, right, right.
But I do believe to go that 110%, it has to be something that not drags you, but pushes you.
Right,
So,
right.
do you have something that's bigger than you? I think you already said.
Yeah, just being a role model,
future.
especially to the new people coming into Mean Green, to let them know, like, hey, you can do this. I was where you were at when you first started.
I've
Don't
seen
give
that.
up.
I've seen
It's
you do
tough.
that.
It's tough, but just hang in there and you'll get through it.
I've seen her do that.
Yeah.
That's wild. You know, it's that's our marketing. It's you guys.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's if it's a class of 25, we can't pitch to 25 people
Right.
why it's important. But when you get the OGs,
Right.
and the OGs take you by the wing and say, hey, man, you're doing it. You're doing a great
Right.
job. Or I've seen your improvement. That's what it's about. But again, if we go back to instant gratification, I know that's why I love fitness. I know the odds are against us for everybody to accept what we're saying. If you think of faith is a substance of things hoped for,
Right.
but the evidence of things unseen. You're
Right.
actually saying you're going to look in the mirror and do something that you can't see,
True.
right?
True.
And that's why I love what we do. We get to help people believe in something that they can't see.
Right.
And again, instant gratification, it's a tough one.
It's a
But
tough one.
if you really want to win, you got to face the facts.
Yep.
So
Before we give Pete the floor, because we got to get them questions for you. I would say, not wrapping up instant gratification, but summary of it. I would say long term, the truth is, there's no such thing.
absolutely.
Right.
There's no such thing as instant gratification. Long term.
Absolutely.
Long term. Yep.
But there's a reason when we write out goals, there's a reason we don't just say, P, you said you come in, you want to lift, you want to bench press 145 pounds. Right now you're benching 90. There's a reason we don't just say, okay, 90, 145.
Right. Right.
There's a
right.
reason we say, okay, we're going to go from 90 to 100.
Right.
Milestone. Because milestones give us gratification.
Absolutely.
Correct.
So when you're looking for instant gratification, be sure that it's in milestones and not long term, because in long term it does not exist. Point blank, period.
Right.
And that's the truth.
It's the small wins that keep you going. Yeah.
All right, this is going to be good. High Rocks.
Yes.
Beast mode.
Ooh.
Why do you sign up for those? Or why did you?
You know, honestly, it was a challenge. I was like, You know, I have no athletic background. I started my fitness journey in college.
Really?
Yes.
She just.
Yeah. It was just honestly, it was just a hobby. I was like, I need something to do, and it just kind of started to build.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
High Rocks was my first competition. I was like, that looks like fun, crazy. Let me just try it out and
Yeah.
see what happens. And running across that stage, whether you top at the bottom, it was just that instant adrenaline high that I loved. And I was like, this is actually fun. I might want to do this again. Beast Mode's coming up in a few weeks is my first one. A little nervous, but again, it's a fun challenge, and I know I'm going to grow through the process, and I'm going to learn some things through it, and I'm excited.
I want to highlight something she just said.
Go there.
So you when you talked about High Rocks, you didn't
Yeah.
say pushing that sled. I don't know exactly what y'all did, but when it came from your memory, your memory was running across that stage.
Yeah.
Why is that? Of everything you did, why is that the one thing that you running across that stage? That no matter where you were at, that was it.
Because it let me know I did not quit. Because training for it, ooh, it
I
was
love it.
brutal. It was brutal. And there were many times I'm like, you know what? I'm not cut out for this. I have no athletic background. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just here. I just show up, do the work, do the challenges or whatever. But in the end, when I ran across that stage, it was like an accomplishment. Like, I can't believe I actually did it. Like,
Yeah.
I never thought I could do this in my wildest dreams. And I
You
did.
did it.
So it was just that great feeling.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And now you're doing another one.
I am.
Isn't that cool though, Jay?
Yeah.
Because it's like she didn't say I wanted to push the sled and then I'm going to put on a two-piece bikini.
Yeah.
It was just like she knew she went through some brutal workouts. You were working out here, you were working out with another group to get prepared, and I think that's, it just kind of goes back to the episode. It's not the milestone that she were able to put a check mark by would have never happened if she was looking for something that was instant when she worked out,
Correct.
or right when she ate clean on Tuesday. It had to, it was a
Right,
process. So
right.
I'm proud of you.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
I'm looking forward to seeing you get after it at
Thank
Beast
you.
Mode as well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fun.
Well, P, it's your turn. If you have anything, I would love to
Ooh.
hopefully have a response between me and Jay.
Oh,
We'll see.
questions.
Questions.
Okay, my question for you, being that, you're a PK kid, you did not, I'm interested, as an adult, why did you not want to do that? What made you go into like that fitness background? Because most kids, when they get older, they say, oh, I want to be like my parent. I want to do what they do for a living, yada,
Absolutely.
yada. And you're in a whole different realm. What made you switch to that?
Great question. I think it's interesting. If I can break this down in words, I am and represent my mother and father. I do what they do, right? So my mother, entrepreneur, I think I've shared stories about her hustling, selling cool cups, Christmas stockings in the Christmas. I mean, she was just a hustler, and to a point where she knew how to read the room and connect with anyone. It wasn't just people in our neighborhood, right? My father, he started pastoring. He became a minister in '88, and I think he started pastoring in '96. But meanwhile, he worked as an operator for an oil company for 38 years.
Okay.
So he wasn't a pastor in a mega church
Okay.
where, he's on salary and that's all. My father actually never took a salary from his church,
Okay.
but he ran a church.
Right.
So the reason why I say between the two, I feel like that hustler,
Gotcha.
adapting,
Yeah.
pivoting, but at the same time, there were a lot of things that people would never know that I sacrificed for Mean Green to become a reality. Just like my father, people may not know he worked 38 years for an oil company, work a 12-hour shift, get home, study, then have a service on Sunday and not sleep at all. So
Wow.
those things, I think, became a combination of what Mean Green is. So I thank my mother and father.
Yeah.
But at the same token, I do get pressured quite a bit of, you need to speak this and you should do this. And honestly, if God told me to do it, I would do it.
Okay.
But right now, I like just directing church. It's a small church, and I like being able to sow a seed and be a vessel wherever I need to be.
Okay.
So hopefully that makes a little sense.
Yeah.
It's real.
The same question similar to you. I know you had said you wanted to do football, but if you say you did play football for 20 years or whatever, 15 years professionally, did you know you wanted to go into fitness after football, or what was your original plan? Did you have a backup plan? Because you know what they say, NFL's not for long.
Yeah. So my dream was to be you.
Oh,
I want to be a physical therapist.
Okay.
So my initial plan was obviously I wanted to play football as long as I could.
Right.
But especially with my knee and everything that I had going on, I knew I wanted to be around athletes.
Correct.
So my goal was physical therapy.
Okay.
So training, honestly, it was not in the picture.
Yeah.
When I got home in 2018, I was done with football. Well, I wasn't done. I had some semi-pro opportunities to go play professional indoor football.
Okay.
So at the time, I was kind of training for those, getting my body ready, getting everything for that, and I kind of needed like a I needed to do something.
Right.
So that was the first time I was introduced into training. And so I think
Right.
somebody was just like, "Well, have you thought about training?"
Uh-huh.
I was like, no,
Okay.
but I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
So that opened it up for me, and then I met Mean Green and
Okay.
through Milton, and kind of was introduced to the family. But
Okay.
even after that, when I went to go play football, I was still like, am I gonna coach?
Right.
Fitness just wasn't on the radar.
Right.
So it kind of, honestly, I truly feel like it was a godsend.
Yes.
Because I think I said it on podcast before. I was literally watching a Facebook video sitting on a couch. I forgot the dude's name, but it was something simple like he was kind of in a similar position on the front end. And he was like, I turned this into $1 million business, training and empowering people, XYZ. And I was looking at that like,
Right.
why not me to do that? So that's kind of what drew me to it. But yeah, initially my plan was physical therapy.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I see you. You know why? You know why I say I see you? Because I don't know how many people have been on prior, but it has to be difficult to ask a question. I have not got that question.
Yeah.
I haven't got that question. I've never got that question, and I don't think he's ever got that question. So I see you.
Yeah.
You got anything else? What else you thinking? As I be rude and
I've
drinking the mic.
just really enjoyed my journey here at Mean Green. I've grown a lot from the physical standpoint, mentally, physically. It's truly been a blessing. When I first came here, I did not know I was going to be a member. I thought, hey, I'm just try it out, see how it is, and I've really enjoyed the process.
Wow.
So,
Well, it worked.
yeah.
All right?
Absolutely.
Our goal is to get
yeah.
thousands of Paulettas, right?
Yeah.
And, I'm not sure who hears this because sometimes people hear this when we drop it and then some people hear it months after. So I'm not sure when they're going to hear this. But, one of the things that we're working on right now is converting people from our old software to our new one. It was a healthy investment for us to take this platform. But I would think most people in our position would not make that conversion because it's hard. It is hard because when you do some of the things that we're doing now, there are moments where you didn't know that was going to pop up and you like, crap, right? But I'm tying that to say this. It's so easy because I'm dealing with people like you. Your patience, your trust. And without the Paulettas, there's no way I would have made that jump.
Yeah.
It's no way because I know there are going to be some things that it's going to be hard to explain because we don't know until they happen.
Right.
But thank you is what I'm getting
You're
to.
welcome.
Thank you. With this show, did you have any more? I'm so sorry.
No.
Okay. With this show specifically, I want to finish with some quick questions, quick hitters.
Okay.
All right? For both of y'all. You're not off the hook, bro.
Always.
All right.
I already know it.
Pauletta, gym crush. Give me two.
Oh, sure.
Who you like working with? Who you like working out? Not who you like, or who you not no coat and stuff. Y'all just messy. All right, I'm talking when I say gym crush. Who do you like? Hey man, I'm working out next to them, or I hope I can be a workout partner with them. Do you have anybody?
Ooh. I like everybody.
Everybody, but
Shayla, Beast Mode partner.
Shayla,
yeah,
Shay.
we are just like two peas in a pod. Okay.
She's awesome.
She motivates me. I motivate her. I mean, we just crush it. So
Yeah,
watch out.
I like it.
August 29th.
Let's go. Let's go. Gym crush.
Come on, bro. I can't. I'm not naming members. I got my two gym crushes when I can work out with them. Christian and Juice.
The good ones.
Christian and Juice.
Good ones. Good ones. Good answer.
Always fun. We pushing each other, throwing extra weight on there. So
Good answer.
always
Yeah.
fun.
All right, starting with you. Favorite style of workout?
Hold on, P. Gym crush.
So I'm not going to name a person like you. I'm not going to name a coach like you. My gym crush is someone that is so positive for the day, and they are just a ball of joy to be around and fun to be around. And then my other gym crush is the person that even if they had a bad day, I wouldn't know they're having a bad day. Those are the type of people I love working out with. So you wouldn't second question. Pick a workout that you like to do the most. Metcon, that's metabolic condition. That's your Wednesdays or Saturdays. Strength or conditioning, just all cardio.
Oh, gosh. I would definitely say the Metcon
Mm-hmm.
because when I look at that workout, I'm like,
What?
you want me to do what? And then I accomplished it. I'm like, oh, I actually did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
So yeah, that's my favorite
I like
for
it.
sure.
Quick hitter for you. You rather do what's called beast mode workouts? So we do the workouts before we roll them
Mhm.
out. You rather do beast mode workouts or watch the people do beast mode workouts?
Well, I'd much rather watch that.
Right?
That was the Christian game. I did that specifically just to say
Much
thanks,
rather
y'all.
watch y'all do it and count and act.
That's one.
4.
No rep.
No rip.
All right, last ones. Last ones. What coach at Mean Green? Let's stick with the Southwest side because you haven't been
Okay.
out there.
Mhm.
Have you been to the North side?
No.
Okay. So let's stick with the Southwest side. Is there a coach you have not trained with on the Southwest side?
No.
You train with every single one.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
Same question for you. Is there a coach you have not trained under at the Southwest side? You done everybody class?
I don't think I've done Christian's class yet.
You haven't done Christian class? You haven't? I have not done. I've shadowed and examined, but I've not jumped into James or Jordan's class.
Mm.
So, all right, boom. All right.
Okay.
So, calling my own self out.
There we go.
Jordan James coming to a gym near you. But no, man. Jared, if you don't have no quick hitters or P, we'll get out of here.
Okay.
I got anything else y'all want to close with?
No.
No? P?
Life is a journey. Take every milestone as a small win, because that's what's gonna get you to the goal.
Ooh. Is that on the mirror in the bathroom? Because that was really good. that was really, really good. Okay. Well,
What I said was it's on the mirror in my bathroom.
What's that?
Huh?
What? What's on the mirror?
It's bigger than me and a picture of my family.
Mm.
That's what I look at when
I
I
like
wake up.
it.
I gotta be inspired when I wake up, man.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to do something now. I don't have nothing but a dirty counter with something that I probably wore and Tina's upset that I didn't pick it up yet. You know, I used to ride around with a picture in my car. I do weird things. Like I used to have a wristband. I would have all my family initials inside of it. So little things like that. But I have not done nothing lately. So I'm gonna have to figure something out. Tina do have my boy's picture
And you.
and me, and instead of what is it called? The smell good things. What are they called? In your car you put.
Oh,
in
yeah.
So it's a picture of me, Christopher, and
Okay,
Caleb with our
okay,
heads.
Yeah.
So, but I will say this: coaching my little boys in basketball have been something that opened up a different passion and pride and fulfillment for me. And Mean Greeners might not want to hear this, but it's been really hard when they first were born not to be around as much, but I have really learned the importance of me being present at home. So being able to coach like Tuesday nights, I don't
Right.
coach at the gym because
Right.
they have basketball. Today actually they have a recital that I have to go
Oh,
to, so I'm not gonna be
okay.
coaching this evening. So that was really a passion for me to be there more when the pandemic hit. And I was so scared, Pauletta, because I thought members at the gym and boot camp wouldn't respond well, and it was actually the opposite. I remember Wes telling me one day, like, about time.
Oh.
And I was like, dang. So
I thought y'all
I am going to come up with something where I can see something visually, kind of like an incantation, but that has been my why. Obviously, it's Christopher and Caleb. So.
Okay. I like
Beautiful.
Well, if that's it, we out.
Yes,
Cool.
sir.
All right, guys. Well, look, Beast Mode Games, if you haven't registered, depending on when you hear this, April 15th is your last day to register, so make sure you get registered. Also, get the app, download it, get your profile going so we can get this thing rocking for May.
Yes.
And other than that, we're out of here. Cool? Love you guys. Y'all take care.